Good morning. Welcome to the kitchen here at Shrine Palace. My name is Matt Arthur. I'm the Living History Programs Coordinator here, and we want to show you how to take 18th century recipes fresh from the past to your table in your kitchen today. Now, the recipe we're making today is called potted cheese. Now, it's sometimes also called pounded cheese, and our recipe is coming from Hannah Glass's cookbook, The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy. It was the most popular cookbook in its day. Now, potted cheese is a way to preserve cheese longer. It tastes like a modern cheese ball, so if you happen to have some guests pop by, these are some simple ingredients that you might be able to throw together and have an appetizer with some history. It calls for a half a pound of cheese. Now, Hannah Glass calls for Cheshire cheese. It's an old English cheese, but kind of hard to find here in the States. So if you can't find Cheshire cheese like we have, go for a mild cheddar. It's got a similar taste. About a half a stick of butter, a few ounces of sherry, and then some mace. Mace and nutmeg are the two most popular spices in the 18th century, and you'll find them in many different ingredients. Now, to make it fairly easy, you can either use a mortar and pestle, like we've got here, or a food processor at your kitchen at home. You start breaking up the cheese into smaller pieces with the mortar and pestle. And then, once the bits have gotten fairly small, start adding in a little bit of butter. And just keep mixing that in with the rest of it. The butter and the sherry, aside from making it taste nice, are also going to help smooth it out and make it a more spreadable cheese. So once it's starting to get fairly small, somewhat smooth, you can go ahead and start adding in the sherry. Now, in the 18th century, sherry was always shipped dry and then sweetened by the household. So you can use a dry sherry, you can use a sweet sherry, whatever's up to your taste. And you can see it's starting to get a lot smoother. Add in a little bit more butter, and we'll go ahead and add in the mace. Now, all you do is keep alternating the butter and the sherry until the butter's all incorporated and it's fairly smooth. So there's a few more minutes work involved here. But when you're done, you have a smooth, spreadable cheese. Now, in the 18th century, we still have another step. We would cover this in melted butter. That would seal out the air so that the cheese doesn't spoil and take it from being good for about 3 days to being good for about 3 weeks. But I doubt you'll need to do that in your household. It's probably going to be gone a lot quicker than that. Thanks for joining us today, and we hope to see you soon for another Fresh from the Past recipe.